prepared him for today, and he could see the logic of the presentation, and I think he's experiencing that God loved him, and we really got that across. And he prayed the sinner's prayer and came to know the Lord, and he really thanked us at the end and shook both our hands. He took the initiative to shake both our hands, and he was really appreciative that we'd shared with him. And
that was particularly exciting for you, because you had a certain prayer before this, didn't you? What was your prayer?
Oh, look, my prayer was that I'd see conversions, and that God would make my efforts out here much more effective. And I think it has for this tool. But also during the week, I've been praying for the last 2 weeks, every day, night and the morning, just that I've been praying all the time that God would lead us, God would prepare people, and He'd lead us to them today. So I've really been praying hard about today that God would make me more effective, and He has. It's been great. Yeah.
Glory to God. That's just the start, David.
Yeah.
Well done. And here's David, of course.
Hi, Tony.
David and I were going together. You got any comments about this morning?
Yeah, well, we spoke to a Chinese-Indonesian man who had a general sort of level of faith. He prayed when he felt, he needed to, but he didn't really have that connection with God. And Tony, you took him through the Way of Life presentation, and it made sense to him, and he said the sinner's prayer, and he was very thankful at the end of it. He said that he really felt some change in his body. He felt he was touched by something, and he shook our hands and said he wanted to come to church.
Oh, glory to God. And any other comments, David? Because you've been very patient today, just watching and taking it all in.
I've found that the Way of Life presentation, we're called to share the gospel, and if you can take the time, and someone will actually give you the time to get them through the Way of Life presentation, we've done our part, we've shared the gospel, that's what we're called to do, and after that we have to leave it to God and the person, God to open that person's heart to accept the Lord.
Glory to God. So overall, what's your impression of the morning?
Very fruitful morning, and very happy with what we saw today.
Well, thank you for your support, David, and your prayers.